been 5 years or so since Tekken 5, and now it's time to play Tekken 6. Alright? And I've been playing it for about a day, so not in that deep in depth, but I'm going to tell you guys what I think is my first impressions. First, I want to talk about the positives. First of all, there are 40 unique characters. I mean, if you like Bruce Lee, if you like Jackie Chan, if you like wrestling, if you like boxing, if you like Taekwondo, almost anything you can think of is in the game. If you've been playing Tekken since Tekken 2 or 1 or whatever, or 3 even, you're gonna recognize these characters and these moves, but there's still a lot of new stuff. My main character is King, and in Tekken 5 he had about 160 something moves listed in his move list, and now he has 190. So, it's not a huge increase, but there's an increase, and some of the buttons are different. So, anyways, you'll notice a difference. Another good thing about this game is it has a lot of different modes. Now, some of them are better than others, but you get arcade, exactly like the Tekken 6 arcade. You get a story mode, you get a survival mode, you get online, you get ghost fights, which means that they take data from other players and put it into an offline mode. That's pretty cool. And in all of those modes you can earn money that goes towards the customization. The practice mode is really well done, and it always has been in Tekken, but I really love the fact that you can look it through all these moves and press a button to let the computer display it for you and the timing, so you can actually learn how to do it. Lastly, I'll talk about the story. Now, people usually like to tell me, it's a fighting game, story's not important. I'm not a high level player, so for me it's important. Like, growing up, it was very difficult for me to beat the game and get to the end boss and see the ending, so I've always cared about the endings. So far, the endings I found are okay. They're fine. They're like Tekken 5. I was disappointed in Tekken 5 that there were so many joke endings. But one thing that I really liked is that they finally kind of progressed Jin along. And basically, Tekken 1 and 2 was about Kazuya and Heihachi having a struggle to control the Mishima Zaibatsu, and then in Tekken 3, Jin came along, and he was a good guy, and he was trying to come up and stop both of them, his own family members. And then by the end of 3, he's realized that he has this devil gene inside him, and basically through 4 and 5, that devil persona comes out and basically takes him over. So now in Tekken 6, his evil side has taken over, it seems. He's running the Mishima Zaibatsu now, and he's just turned into another Kazuya or Heihachi, which is interesting that they took the hero character and turned him into a villain. And now we have Lars, who seems to be the new hero. That's cool. I thought that was nice. Alright, now we'll talk about some of the negative things. First of all, the graphics. The game is based on a 2-year-old arcade game now, and they did some cool things like add the motion blur, and it looks good. It's a fine looking game, but it's important to know that you're not going to be getting super wowed by these graphics, especially stuff like the environments, water, and that stuff's not very well done. Scenario campaign mode, that's the story mode in this game, and it is very strange. When you first turn on the game, you're going to be confused about where you're supposed to be spending your time when you're playing this game. Now, if you just want to play Tekken and do the fighting, I would say play through the arcade mode first, and then go into the ghost mode, and basically you can play offline and earn money in ghost mode if you're not interested in doing the beat 'em up story thing. You can also go online to earn money. So those are two things you can do if you're just a straight normal Tekken fan who just wants to do fighting. But for me, I don't mind the scenario campaign mode, but it is a weak beat 'em up. It's just that's all I can say it is. It's just you run around, mash buttons basically, beat up enemies. They drop money and they drop items. You pick those up and use those to customize your dude. Now, one thing that's cool is those items do have like elements to them, so like you can get gloves and the gloves will like set people on fire when you punch them. It'll have like a percent chance, so it's kind of like Diablo. Actually, in a way, it feels a lot like Diablo, because in Diablo you're just click, 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 and here you're like pum, 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 just punching and stuff. So you're just collecting loot basically, and you know, for what it is, it's okay, and especially compared to Tekken 5, Tekken 4, Tekken 3, they had those force modes and stuff like that. Those things were always, you know, just slightly above average, and so that's what this is. I gotta say, considering you make way more money when you play that mode, so it's gonna be frustrating to some people who don't like it. That they're gonna, if they want to get all these customizable items, they're gonna have to like kind of drag themselves through the story mode. And but for me, I still think it's pretty fun. I'm sure I'll get tired of it, but um, right now I'm liking it, so it's not too bad. I think I already touched on it, but this game has too much silliness for me. Tekken has always had silly stuff like the kangaroo and Kuma and silly customizable items. This one's still doing that, and I kind of prefer Tekken 3 was slightly more serious. The endings, most of the endings didn't make a lot of sense, but at least they were cool. Like you could say, wow, look at those fighting moves, and look at whatever they did was cool at least. But of course they had silly stuff too. I just think they're going a little overboard at this point. The last thing I'll say as a negative point is the endings are really short. Some of them, like when I saw Armor King's ending, I was like, "Are you serious? Why'd you even bother? They could have just not had an ending because it was so stupid. It was just like, I might as well just tell you, he's just sitting down and he stands up. That's basically it." And I was like, "That's an ending? Okay." Anyways, some of the endings are cool though. I mean, it's very hit and miss. Some of them are funny, some of them are not funny, some of them are cool, some of them are stupid and short. So, you know, with 40 characters to make endings for, I can't complain too much. Alright, so that's basically my opinion of Tekken 6. I like it so far. I think it's, if you're a fan of Tekken, this is gonna be up to your standards, and it's gonna be what you've basically expected, but don't get too excited. It's not gonna be more than you're expecting. It's not surpassing anything. It's not making a huge jump up. It's not as big a jump from like Tekken 2 to Tekken 3 or like Tekken 4 to 5. Oh, one more thing I was gonna say is, like, if you're just like not that much into fighting games, I would definitely say this game is easier to get into and probably more fun than Street Fighter for a noob. I think it's better. It's a better quality game to me than Soul Calibur overall. So if you're not that much into fighting games and you want a fighting game, I would say Tekken, out of all your choices right now, is probably the best one. If you have PSN, you can add me. My name is Say Ian, and we can try to fight online. And you can probably kick my butt because I'm not that good. So I'll see you guys later. Peace.